All right, church family. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you're watching this. It's Pastor Justin with Pastor David and Toya, and they're getting ready. They're in the middle of moving, but they took a break to talk to me so that we could get to know them a little better. So I sent them a list of questions, and they're just informal, almost like icebreaker questions. And the goal was once they get here, I think we'll have plenty of time to get to know them at a deeper level. But I thought, I'll just do a little get to know you session and ask some fun, informal questions that might show a little bit of David's personality and Toya's personality, and give us something to talk with them about when they get here. So I got 9 questions, and they've seen them ahead of time, so y'all should be ready to roll with hopefully some fun answers. But
Right,
what I
right.
wanted to do was start with just kind of a prayer, just of thanksgiving for all God's done, and then roll into it. So let me pray real quick. Father, thanks for David and Toya. Pray that you are with them as they continue to move, to pack, to work through all the logistics. Thank you for taking care of all their needs, jobs, housing, connecting them with us. And I pray that their transition would be good, and that as soon as they get here, it feels like home, and it feels like home in our church family. It feels like home in Baytown. It feels like home in Texas. I pray that this would be a good move for them for a number of reasons, and that we would be able to receive them well and bless them in every way that we can. Be with them and their 3 kids until we meet in person. And thanks for the time and opportunity to do this tonight in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
All right, so I'll let you guys answer these. Whoever wants to go first, whatever. So I'm just going to fire away, and y'all and y'all let me know. All right, so the first question was, when you were little, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Now I'll go first. When I was little, I wanted to be a NFL football player. So I don't know, when I seen Randy Moss catch that ball and just run so fast, it just caught my eye, and I wanted to do that. And I tried to pursue it, but again, God had a different plan for me. So yeah, that's what I wanted to be when I grew up.
So, question: was it in college, or like at what point did you like give up on the dream?
So it was a little bit after college. So to this day, I have the last tryout that I did, December 5th, 2010. Was the last one that I went to, and it was for arena football team. And at that moment, I was a believer and follower of Christ. And I remember me and my wife were at home praying, and I just felt the Holy Spirit say, "This is the last one."
Hmm.
And it rocked me. But at the same time, I just knew that God was telling me that this is it. And which really, honestly, was my best trial I ever did,
Yeah.
which was a bummer. And I knew the coach and everything, but God was like, "Hey, that's it."
Yeah.
So yeah, December 5th, 2010. I remember that to this day.
Okay. All right, Troy, what about you?
I wanted to have like a lot of jobs when I was younger. So it's like a tie between a teacher, which I am now, and a singer. So
Okay.
I feel like it's like and when you teach elementary school, it's like a nice little blend of the two. There's lots of music and singing and teaching. So that's what I
Okay.
wanted to do.
Well, I was gonna say you're both of those things, I guess, right? I know you mentioned to me before that you sing, you do music. So,
A little bit.
yeah. Okay.
Stop. A little bit.
Same.
Well, when you get here, you gotta let it rip. We might have to do a duet because
Oh,
I don't
that'll
sing
be
well, but I
fun.
enjoy it. So
That'll be fun.
so yeah, so Dave, I got my own story. This is about you though, not me. But when I really thought I could go to the NBA. Like I was like, oh, I'm great. And then I played against people who really were great. And I was like, no, not me. So all right. So let's see. That was the first question. Second question. All right. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Now, Justin, this was hard, man. Me being a Texas born and raised, man, this was hard for me. But I would say, at first, I was gonna say barbecue, but
Mhm.
I just can't eat meat all the time. I'll just be, man, ooh, that'll be hard on my stomach. So I said Mexican food because there's a variety of that. Love me some fajitas, some tacos, and man, just the guacamole and all of that comes with it, man. Just can't wait to go to Luna's when I get there. So we're gonna keep it real. I miss Luna's.
Well, I was gonna say you can walk to Luna's from here, man.
Yes, I know.
I had to make that a regular lunch.
That's temptation right down the street. But so yeah, Mexican food for me.
All right. What about you, Toy?
For me, shrimp and crab. I love seafood. It's my favorite. I think I do eat seafood in some sort of way every single day. I'm not much of a other meat person, but I do enjoy seafood a lot.
So when you say seafood, like sushi, you eat sushi too?
No. Oh my God.
No,
I hate.
okay.
I've tried to like sushi actually. Like I've tried it like 6 times. It's nasty. It's the texture. I'm a texture person. That weird black paper thing.
Seaweed.
The seaweed. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's gross.
Yeah, I'm with you, Toy. So Elena loves. It's like non-sushi sushi. It's California roll or whatever. Like it doesn't have any.
Oh yeah.
So her and Isabel, my second daughter, they'll chow down on that. And some of my kids like. So my wife's side of the family, they eat all kind of weird stuff. So they got my kids started on dried, roasted seaweed. And so they'll have like strips of seaweed.
I brought it before.
That tastes like grass, tastes like lawn clippings or something. So anyway, I seafood. All right. So good to know. Well, y'all should both be able to eat all right down here then.
Yeah.
So mine would probably be beans and cornbread. Actually, I love cornbread, but I don't eat it that often because carbs kill me. So I try to lay off, but I could throw down on some beans and cornbread. All right, so let's go to nickname. What's your favorite nickname someone has given?
Well, I got a lot of them, but I think one. I don't know if my wife knows this one. This one is called Junebug. So in the South, Junebugs only come out in the summertime, and when they come out, they don't leave. They stick around there for a while. So for me, it was kind of like me coming out of my shell at the age of probably like 9 or 10, when I kind of like just learning who I am, and I just always hanging around my dad. Wherever he went, I went with him, and they just started giving me a nickname. His friends, we're gonna call you Junebug, because everywhere he went, I went. So. And that name stuck with me to this day, and that's one of the ones I like. There's many more, but I think that one is one of the ones I just think about more often now.
Okay, Junebug. So are we allowed to call you Junebug?
No, but y'all can't call me that. y'all can call me. Let's see, what's the other one? Y'all can call me Junior. Dub, D-Wash.
So many names.
Buddha, because I used to be fat growing up. And then, of course, Moss. Buddha Moss was one of my names. So, like, in high school, I became a wide receiver. And then, like, every time I caught the ball, like Randy Moss, they called me Moss. So, they put it together.
Okay.
Yeah. But Junebug, I might let y'all,
My computer
might let you slide.
Let me get the charger. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Toya.
It's my turn.
You want to grab the charger?
Back and want to grab the
charger. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'll go. My favorite nickname is actually David's nickname for me. And he calls me Honeybee. And that's my favorite nickname. I just think it's really, really sweet.
And that's nice. Like it. Was that when y'all were dating? Did he give you that?
No, this is actually, we were married when he started to call me that.
Any I'm making that skin, but any reason in particular, like that Honeybee came out, or is it just it just rolled off the tongue?
I don't know. I was thinking of something like, she's like, I gotta find a nickname, and well, I say Honey, and I was like, Honeybee. I just thought, I was like, you say, ooh, I like that. I was like, well, I'm gonna call you that. You like Honeybee, so hey, you sweet, and like a bee, you just always hanging around, and so.
Thank you.
But yeah, so Honeybee.
So both of y'all's nicknames had to do with just always hanging around?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Right.
Like everything else every other nickname I've ever had has been related to sports. And so like that was the first one I've had that wasn't. People have been calling me Track since I was 7, and I didn't really
like. Were you a track star?
I ran.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What was that?
You're a star.
I was not. Whatever.
Love
when I met him in college, he was playing football and I was running track. That's how we met. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all have some athletic kids then. So I got to tell you mine only because mine is terrible. I mean, mine was like a terrible name, but it's the only one that stuck. So in high school, I had like 3 PE classes to start the day before I got into all the academics because I was not trying to study. So I would play hard and get real hot and nasty and sweaty, and then I would play right up until the bell rang. So I wouldn't shower, I wouldn't do nothing.
Ooh.
I would just throw some clean clothes back on and be hot and stink for the whole day. So
Ooh-wee.
so instead of Dubose, which is my last name, I was Stankbose.
That is
Oh, man.
hilarious.
So I haven't been home in probably 10 years where I went to high school, but last time I went there, somebody was like, Stankbose.
Oh, wow.
That is hilarious.
So
Oh
yeah,
my goodness.
nobody can call me Stankbose either.
All right, don't try that at home now.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, fun nicknames. Okay, so best and worst gifts you've ever received. And you can go either order. Give the best one first or the worst first.
Ooh. You go first. I'm trying to,
I know.
think.
We're not really like,
think.
we don't do a lot of gifts really,
Worst gift?
but I would say like David gives really thoughtful gifts. So like I like personalized things.
Mhm.
And so I know like for Mother's Day, I have like a bracelet that has like the kids' names on it, and like there's something else, a necklace that has like their names on it. So I'm like really into the kids. So like that is always special. I think the worst gift I've ever gotten is probably from my family. Like I love my parents, but
Not me?
no, it's not you. Growing up, we were not a gift giving or celebrating type of family.
Uh-huh.
And I remember when I turned 16, I'm like, I know they're planning something. I know it. Like I was all day, nobody really said anything. And then my dad, like, I got you a present, and I was so excited. And I opened the bag up, and it was a basketball. He's like, you want to go shoot hoops? He's like, because in that last game you played, you missed like 4 threes. Let's go. And like that's
Oh,
when I was
man.
like, this is pretty bad. Like, so that was it was not a bad present, but because I was so excited, I
Yeah.
thought it was gonna be something big, and I thought it was a joke. I'm like, no, really, what? He's like, no, we're going to play. You were terrible last week. And I was like, that
Man,
really was the present. So
Pops is not letting up.
yeah.
Get you a basketball. All right.
Wow.
What about you, dude?
I would say the worst gift. I don't really know. Because well, not these socks. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. These socks I got on right now, these are like life to me. Her mom bought these for me for one Christmas. I don't like my feet being cold, so like these wool socks, I wear them. Toy be like,
Oh my
please
God.
take
You
those
got wool
off.
socks on in summer
Yes.
in Las Vegas?
I got them on right now.
He
Honestly,
wears the wool. I think you have 3 pair now.
yes. I do.
There's always a pair of wool socks on his feet. Always.
And they don't sweat?
I don't touch the
No,
socks.
they
I don't
don't.
even. I
Not
don't
at
know.
all, man.
And you got
It's so-
circulation problems, David.
It's so weird.
No, I don't think so. But my hands are cold. I hope I don't. But yeah, I like these socks, man. They're cool. I
man,
know,
you're-
right? I'm a
you're
big
easy,
6'6"
man.
guy. Like I'm an easy
Like,
man,
it's
honestly. I think the best gifts I ever got was pretty much what Toya like bought me like for Father's Day, something that's meaningful, like the different bracelets that she got with the kids' names on it, or like the dog chain. So I'm more of a family guy, so those type of things mean so much to me. So I
Yeah.
think those are some of the best gifts. But I don't really think I got a worse gift that I can think of.
You just don't want to call nobody out on camera?
No, honestly, because me and Toya, we communicate, kind of like what we like, what's something that we, would like to do, or those different things to kind of get an idea, to make sure we're, hey, hint, hint, make sure you're listening. If you're not listening, then you won't know, So I think she pretty much knocked it out of the park
Oh, thank you.
whenever
Yeah, look
she's
at
getting
you.
it for me.
All right. That's cool. Well, I got to tell you, I don't know what my best gift is, but I do have to tell you my worst gift was when I was a teenager. Somebody, I think it was a grandma somewhere, got me a blue, just like a royal blue mouse pad for like a computer. And I was like, what is this? Why did you give me a mouse pad? So anyway, that's my worst gift.
Wow.
So I'll give you your worst gift day when you get here. I'll just get you like a mouse pad with clouds on it or something.
Bro, not clowns.
Ooh, yeah.
All right, let's see. Okay, this is a question I was actually most excited to see what y'all say. So, if you could share a meal with any four people, living or dead, who would they be, and then why?
Okay, so I was thinking about my four. The first two, if I can share with the four, the first two, the first one I think will be my grandmother. If I can just, have dinner with her one last time, just to kind of get insight on just how to encourage others, and just her love for others. Anybody who knows my grandmother, who knew my grandmother, um, never said anything bad about her, and I would just like to get insight from her on that. Like, what is some of her study habits? Because she was a believer, and all the different books that she read, and just the influence that she has. So I would just like to spend time with her right now at this age, meaning that I'm older, older. What do you call me? Not a grandson. Yeah, grandson.
You're her
Yeah.
grandson.
Oh, grandson, older grandson, just to give me insight at this age because I lost her in 2008. So it's been a while since I seen her.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also say my dad. Just at this time of age, since 2016, 2015, when he passed away, just to see, just to hear him say, I'm proud of you, and just to talk about some things that's happening now in my life that's different compared to what it was back then. Just to see him with his grandkids. I think that would be cool. And being around him in Texas, I'll probably be living with him right now. So I think that would be dope, to be around him. My other two, I would say Stan Lee. Uh,
Marvel Comics.
Marvel Comics. I would like to. I would like to pick his brain. I would like to be behind the scene with him and like get to post up on every movie with him. Just because on every one of those movies he's there. Like you just got to be looking, just to get his heart behind his creativity and like all the different characters and like just get his insight on that. I think that would be cool. Just to be with him and be with him on the set, on the stage, or writing and those different things, like the whole ins and out. I think that would be nice to do. And the last one would be one Bible character. I would say I would like to get an insight in Paul's brain, just to sit with him right now, especially in this day of age in the church, and just to really just see his heart, his zeal for planting churches, being that opportunity to plant churches with you guys, and just get the DNA of how it was back in the book of Acts, and just to hear him, sit down with him, and just like take notes, and be back with him, and just hear him just do what he do. So I think that would be dope.
Yeah,
that would be my four.
He was one of my four too.
Yeah,
That's Stanley. When we were at Marvel House, we are all about everything Marvel, so that's exciting.
Yeah,
I like that one.
All right, Toy, what about you? Who are your four?
Okay, so the first one would be my grandmother. I just realized that like my grandmother, my mother's mother is the only grandmother that we have left. My grandmother passed away in 2018, and she was my listener. So very non-judgmental opening. You could tell her anything, and then she's gonna pray for you at the end, and then you feel like $1,000,000. So definitely talk to her. The other three are a little odd. I'm just gonna warn you ahead of time.
That's you.
That you said that's me.
No, that's yours.
I know.
It's yours.
I am a little odd. So first, Mary, Mother of Jesus. Like you raised Jesus.
Oh, wow.
Right, like parenting advice, because I'm trying to keep my children alive. Like the standards are low right now. Like living and fed is I'm proud of that.
Yeah, we're there. I'm with you.
Wow,
Yes.
that's dope.
The third one, Muhammad Ali. So I have two favorite athletes, Flojo, Muhammad Ali. His confidence, his conviction, like to believe in something so strongly that you don't care what the consequences are. So just to see like the source of that confidence, what may be like daily mantras or affirmations that he lived by, because that'd be great to know. And then the last one, Freddie Mercury from Queen. I love Freddie Mercury.
That's a good one.
Yes.
I would have never thought about him, but yeah, that'd be interesting.
Oh,
So I'll have to show y'all when you get here, but I have always, for some reason, probably for the same reason you do, or some of the same reasons, had a fascination and love for Muhammad Ali. So my son, I got one son in the middle of four daughters, and above his
Yeah.
bed is like a signed Muhammad Ali. I think it was a glove.
Oh,
And like the picture of him over Sonny Liston. And,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
I was, it's one of those things I'm trying to surround him with, like greatness, like
Yeah.
people did great things.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm a fan of Muhammad Ali. So mine was similar to y'all. So I had Paul. I would love to talk to Paul and just,
hey,
I feel like he would make me man up, in my faith. Just, hey, come on, man. You can do this. You can. I have been through some tough stuff. You can do this. And so Paul, I'd love to talk to my grandfather or my grandmother who died before I was born. I'd love to talk to either one of them. And I'm a history guy, so I would love to talk to George Washington, some of these like founding fathers, and just like, hey, tell me what happened, man. Tell me what was going on. And the other one is, so one of my idols in the church is Charles Spurgeon.
okay.
So I would love to sit down and like, hey, can you teach me, man? How do you preach? Like, how do you come up with this stuff, man? So
Right.
anyway, those are my four. But
Let me borrow some of your books.
Right.
yeah, you can borrow. I got too many, man. If I
Charles
could
Spurgeon.
spin this
He's a
camera,
go-to.
yeah, he's so good. So I was trying to see if they're here, but no, they're on my other shelf, I think. Elena bought me early on. We were married, like 10 volumes of Spurgeon sermons.
Wow.
So I'm sitting down and reading those, and I'm like, I need to retire, man. This is too good.
Wow.
Okay. So we're over halfway there, but let's see. Next question was, and this is figuring out how adventuresome you guys are. What's the most adventurous thing you've ever done? And then what's the most adventurous thing on your bucket list? Something you'd like to do, but you haven't done.
Most adventurous we've done.
You've done a lot of stuff.
Trying to think most adventurous. Well, I can go with the bucket list first. So I would like to go skydiving. I would like to experience that. Putting that backpack on and just trusting, hey, that the parachute would come out, but if not, hey, I'm gonna be with Jesus. But I would want to experience that. Just to see how it would be like just going around and floating in the air. I think that would be so dope to do.
Yeah.
The most adventurous thing I ever done for myself. Trying to think.
You want to pass the baton to Toya?
Yeah, go ahead.
I actually had skydive as mine also, so that means we have to do this together. Clearly, it's like a sign. It's a thing.
Right, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm not adventurous at all. I'm pretty safe. I think the most adventurous thing I've done was probably missions. When I was in high school, we did a summer's trip to Honduras. And that was a life-changing experience. And it really, I didn't realize how many comforts we have in America until I went somewhere else for an extended period of time. But I think it was pretty adventurous. I think it was fun too. Hard, but fun.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah,
Similar. I would say similar. There's nothing like extravagant or like just out crazy, like jumping off the building or nothing like that. I'm not that adventurous. I'm a daredevil, but not to that point. But I would have to say exploring the mountains here, being adventurous with that, climbing way up on those mountains high. I think that's something adventurous that we have done. And to piggyback off Toya, the mission trip in Mexico. So that was adventurous time for me too, just getting to learn that culture and be a part of what they're doing there. So that was an adventurous moment for me as well.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I was thinking, and this may sound like a lame answer, but because it's not like something that we did to be adventurous. It was just something we did, and it was like, hey, that was kind of whatever. But so Elena and I got engaged at 18 and married right after we turned 19. And so I was like,
wow.
that's probably the most adventurous thing we've ever done.
Yeah.
That's adventurous.
Absolutely.
But not to be adventurous, just because we're stupid kids who love each other, don't know any better. So, and for me, I think one of the things on my bucket list is I would love to take my kids on a road trip, just like load up with not much agenda and just
Oh,
take off, So that's
yeah.
one of the things I'd like to do before, all my kids are grown. All right. Was that something else?
I was saying, like, I have this fascination with driving fast, not illegally, but I miss driving a stick shift and things like that. Like, I like fast cars. So I want to have the opportunity to like really like get in a stick shift and like drive really
And tear it
fast.
up, yeah.
Yes.
So you can't go fast, but we got a little stick shift. I bought my wife a stick shift Nissan Versa. So you can't go fast, but it is fun to drive it.
I miss driving a stick. Ugh.
So we bought it so that our kids would know how to drive a stick.
That's what my parents did. Both of my parents had sticks, and I didn't get a license until I was 19. So
Yeah.
it works.
And now you know how to drive, and it's
I
fun.
do.
Okay, let's see. All right, what's the most unusual thing you've ever eaten?
So it was it was a family gathering, I guess.
Mhm.
So at the family gathering, my brother-in-law, he made some octopus. It was like the tail of it. So he was like, anybody want to try it? Like he always trying different types of, uncommon foods that we eat, not all the time. And so I tried it, and it tastes like some rubber.
Yeah, I was gonna say it tastes like tires, doesn't
It tastes like tires, but
it?
it was okay. And my wife was like, "You're not kissing me."
Yeah.
She was like, and he was like, "You want to try it?" She was like,
No.
"No, thanks. I don't want to try this." I think that or alligator. I like alligator, but that was actually good though. Alligator. It was something else that I had eaten before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not adventurous with food at all. Like
I was
I
gonna
eat
say
the
I'm
same.
interested. I thought since you weren't adventurous, you're probably not a very adventurous eater.
No, I eat the same like 6 things, and that's it.
So what's the craziest of the 6 things? I mean, there's probably none of them, but like
None of them.
you've never eaten anything that's just out there.
No, no. I mean, I've had bugs before. Does that count?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that count.
In Ohio, when I was growing up at like Metro Parks, they would have these festivals. It was called the Bug Fest.
Oh yeah.
Remember Bug Fest? And like they had like chocolate covered ants and like grasshopper
Yeah.
cookies and things like that. Like I was little. I didn't know till after I ate it though, because my father knows I wouldn't have eaten it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I've tried squid and octopus, and I thought the same thing. I'm like, I can't even bite this. Like it just
Right,
rolls
it just
around in my mouth.
That's so gross.
Yeah, I've tried that. I ate bugs like live crickets and grasshoppers and whatever, and those are nasty. But I did. I don't even remember what the setting was, but it was like a Fear Factor kind of thing, and
oh.
it was cow tongue. Like, can you eat cow tongue? So I ate some cow tongue, and it didn't taste like anything. Had no flavor. It was real hard. It was like a real hard muscle. But anyway, so yeah, maybe Toya, when you get here, we can try some new stuff together.
I seriously doubt it.
All right. So for the record, Toya is not trying your foods. If you drop
Nah.
Like the most, like what I usually eat is things that I cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay. Good to know. All right. Now here's a fun one. If you had a warning label, what would yours say?
Mine would say warning, hung cranky, please get
hangry.
food now, or he's going to be so mean and rude.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man, if I don't have no food in me, oh man, I can't function, I can't think, I can't hear you.
So if you're out of it, somebody needs to throw you in the car and take you to Luna's.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. That's true.
That's the story of my life,
That's
though.
so
My
true.
mom always told her, listen, Toya, I'm gonna tell you right now, if he cranky, if he mad, whatever it may be, he might be hungry. remember his nickname is Buddha. That boy love to eat.
It's weird though, because he's so nice in contrast. So now I know immediately you didn't eat lunch.
Yeah.
I left it. I know immediately you need to eat and then come back. Just eat and come back. This isn't gonna work.
And look, it's the same thing with my son. We're the exact same.
So bad.
Like,
So good.
wait, it's just like, David, are you hungry? He's like, yeah. And then he'll just sit at the table like, man, what do we do?
And now
It's
he's
like,
smiling like, hey, what's up? Like,
oh, hey,
no,
mom, how you doing?
now he's fine. It's like
Now is that so? Like, if you get a little bit, like if you just get a little bit of food, you're a different person.
yes,
Yeah.
just something. Yes.
You got to keep some crackers or something on you,
Yes.
man.
Yeah, man, I have to eat.
Get your
Like when
snack
I was
drawer.
working at the rec center in Cleveland, like I just snack all day because for one, I need energy. I have to talk to a lot of people. Now, I didn't want to be there all day and with no food. I didn't want to be that rude boss or the one like say, hey, what's up with him? No, I didn't want to be that type of guy.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
one label.
Yeah.
So
Keep me some food.
keep the snacks around.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Toy?
I think I actually had to ask some friends, and they all three said the exact same thing. So it must be true. And they all said, warning, extremely honest to a fault.
Ah. So don't ask Toy's opinion
If
unless
you
you're
don't
ready
really want it, because I'm going to tell you. Yeah.
Let the truth be the truth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really blunt. I'm working on like learning how to flour it up a
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a fault, but I did have somebody tell me like, man, you're way too honest.
I
You're
get
too
that a lot.
honest.
Mhm.
So, which I didn't know that was a thing, but evidently that's a thing. Yeah. So David, you made a comment. I don't know if it was before we started the video about coffee, but I started thinking about my warning label, and mine was like, if I don't have a cup of coffee in my hand, you might need to tell me like 5 times, because
Oh wow.
I've been running on E for about 12 years, so I gotta stay caffeinated.
Yeah.
Uh,
When we were watching the sermon,
We laughed so
we were
hard.
laughing. It was like, ooh, when you were explaining about
Like
us getting ready to come there, you was like, oh, and David, you was like, hold on, let me get my coffee.
Coffee.
Look,
Let me
man,
get my coffee.
I got this. So this is my Sunday morning mug. It's like an Alliance mug that came in the mail, but this thing is huge. It's like
Oh wow.
it's like a campfire, pot or something. And it's Sunday mornings, man. It's full. So yeah, that's my trademark, I think. All right, so I'm down to the last one. So another fun one. So if you were ruler of your own country, what's the first law you would introduce?
I'll let you go first.
Okay. I couldn't decide between two.
Okay.
So one is be kind, because not just like regular kind, but like life can suck really bad. And usually for most people, they're going through something and you don't know what it is. So just don't be a jerk.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is be you. I feel like so many people don't really know who they are, and they try to conform to fit what they think people expect of them, but to like be their authentic selves. So
Be kind and be you.
yep.
You went deep.
Um,
All right, Dave, what about you?
That's a good one. Be
And
kind.
if you want something to think about, I got a really stupid one. That I
Go
thought
ahead. Yeah.
to get
I'm
you-
thinking.
to
I
get
got
some
something on
balance.
mind right now, but
use your blinker.
So that's you. So here's my rule, right? I thought if I was the king for a day, here's what I would do. My law would be that when we build cars, that if you don't turn your blinker on, your car doesn't turn. So if you want to turn and you don't use your blinker, you just keep on going straight. That's my law. So
You would
wow.
hate it in Las Vegas because
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
West Coast drivers, I think I've almost died 50 times. Like, no, literally, they don't look. There's no blinkers. They just turn from the right to go left. Like they don't follow any of it's like it's an adventure just to drive somewhere.
So I don't have road rage, but that's those kinds of things. I'm like, man, come on! It's all you gotta do is this. Just hit it down or hit it up.
So bad.
And let everybody know. So
yeah, and they tell you really really close. I hate that. So terrible drivers here.
All right.
So I will, if I was making a law, I would have mandatory everyone 1 day off from work. You don't have to go in. It's mandatory family day where you have to actually be spending time with your family, no work, and just basically to spend time with them that whole time. So that would be something that I will create and make sure to implement so everybody can, all over the world,
right.
just do
That'd be great.
get away from the busyness and craziness in life and just like, oh, that's who you really are,
Yep.
spend time with them.
Yeah, no, I was just talking to somebody the other day about, they were like, the Sabbath. There's a reason God made the Sabbath, because he knew we were not going to do it
Right.
unless he kind of, reminded us a lot that, hey, I made you to do this. Take that mandatory family day. So, well, very cool, man. Well, thank y'all for taking the time to answer some silly questions to help us get to know you a little bit. So, we're excited to meet y'all. I was going to ask if y'all wanted to say anything, give any kind of update, whatever. Otherwise, we'll wrap it up and see you when y'all get here.
Pretty much the same. ABC family, as Justin mentioned at the beginning, we're still packing away. We're still anticipating to leave here on Saturday, which is the 10th, and looking to get down there as late on the 11th, and grabbing the keys on the 12th. So pretty much everything's pretty much the same, nothing different. Just continue to pray for us that we will have peace with the kids and all the craziness, and just allow this to be a smooth transition as we get to Baytown. And my family actually doesn't know that I'm actually going to be staying at Baytown. So this is the biggest surprise I've ever done to someone. So I think that's the most extreme thing I've done, Justin.
Yeah.
Adventurous stay. There we go.
Tell anybody.
Move home. They're going to be like, what? And why? How you keep that from me? But at the same time, I think it's going to be cool, because we've been doing this since I was in college. Like every time we come home, like they never knew. So this time we're coming home, it's kind of like, I'm here to stay.
So are you not going to tell them until you're here in person?
No, I'm not. I'm
Oh,
I'm really not.
Yeah, that'll be fun. You might have to. You might could win like some kind of $10,000. Some if you record their reaction.
Right.
I want to
That's
do
hilarious.
that. Like, hey, I want to come to our Airbnb.
Right. But it's your house, right?
Well, cool, man. Well, yeah. Once y'all get here, church family, we're gonna help them unpack and whoever's available. So once y'all get here, let us know, and all that'll be part of the getting settled process. So. All right. Well, thanks again for taking the time. Thank you guys for watching. As soon as they hit the ground, we'll have plenty of time, I hope, to get to know them more. But I hope this was sort of a fun introduction. So we'll see y'all. Hope you all have a good week, and we'll see you Sunday morning.